Hi, and welcome to Rodney Illustrations, the place where I discuss topics related to the Western mystery tradition, highlight my art, and explore topics concerning the tarot. In this video, we're going to continue to be looking at tarot card spreads, and you'll hear my interpretation with the intention that it will serve you as a guide, maybe as a source for inspiration, but not necessarily to give you hard and fast rules about how to interpret the cards on your own. And with that being said, get your beverage of choice, keep an eye out for the Inquisition, and let's dive in. The card spread that we're going to be looking at today is a variation of a 3-card spread, normally used for quick readings. Sometimes, depending on the variant that you're looking at, the placements could represent the responses to a question, such as one for yes, another for no, and the third for maybe. In other variants, you might hear terms like past, present, future, but in this version, which I'm calling the Alchemical 3-card spread, we'll be using the 3 primaries of salt, Mercury, and Sulfur. Before we begin, let's take a moment to quiet our minds from the distractions and chaos of the outside world so that we can focus on the task at hand. I'm a strong believer that well-directed intention and the infusion and engagement of the senses, the implementation of incredible willpower, are extremely effective tools just by themselves. Sometimes you might not have access to any physical tools of your own or even a proper ritualistic space, but that shouldn't prevent you from doing what you need to do. However, using the tools that you do have available to you can certainly aid you in visualizing and directing your will. How far you want to take it? Well, I think that's a personal decision. So now, on to the reading. Shuffle and cut the cards in a manner in which you feel comfortable, and once you feel the prompt or inclination, select the first card to initiate the spread. The first card is your significator. It represents the practical or mundane aspects of your inquiry. We'll use the term alchemical salt to describe this placement. And for this card, we have the Knave of Vessels. For the knaves in this deck, they have a twofold meaning. They represent either the youthful, potentially naive individual, or the mature and more savvy to the ways of the world individual on the opposing end. So the impression that I'm getting in the form of a question is, are you a dreamer? Are you engaged in some kind of escapism at the moment? Or are you longing or yearning maybe for a specific kind of experience? If you're an older person, are you selling dreams to people? Are you profiting off of their gullibility? Are you longing as well to have a different kind of experience, or wondering maybe what life would have been like if you had made different choices? Examine this card and see if those interpretations resonate with you or if something else comes to mind. Now we'll move on to the second card, and this represents the spirit of the situation, the energies taking place behind the scenes. It could represent mental or emotional processes or the influences of other people or things, and we'll use the term Alchemical Mercury to describe this placement. The card we've pulled is the 8 of Sticks, and immediately what comes to mind is the rapidity of things. Has the pace of your life accelerated recently? Maybe you feel bombarded by tons of activities. Maybe the figurative wheels of society are churning at a fast pace and it just keeps going and going. Or maybe, since the first card had to do with the dreams, maybe thoughts, ideas, or even dreams themselves are occurring for you at an incredible pace. A good solution to that is being planful, using a calendar, using a journal, prioritizing, learning when to say no. If it's dreams that are the concern or ideas that you're having, write them down. Look for patterns. The third card in this spread represents what your soul or your higher self is trying to show you. This could represent a divine message or a prompt. We will use the term alchemical sulfur to describe this placement. And for this card, we've drawn the star from the major arcana. It seems like the message that you need to hear is to trust yourself. Follow your inclinations. Trust your gut. If something feels right, then it probably is. Don't overthink it, then regret it later. If something feels wrong, then avoid it. Better to err on the side of caution. Sometimes regret could be the least of your problems, and nobody wants that. Trust your intuition. Know that you're being directed by your higher self. Since the entire reading is based off of the premise of the significator, it makes sense to trust your intuition. Take a moment now and reflect on these cards and allow any other impressions or meanings to come to you if they need to. Okay, so thank you for watching. The time has now come to withdraw back to the mundane world, hopefully with new insights and a clearer perspective. This was a 3-card alchemical spread with the primaries of Salt, Mercury, and Sulfur. The deck is the Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot. Thank you for watching. Peace and blessings, and have a wonderful day.